phylum, Coelenterata, or is called need area. C is silent, need area. The organisms are all aquatic here. Okay, all are aquatic. They may be freshwater organism or marine form. Okay. And here when we look at the phylum Coelenterata, they show some differentiation compared to the sponges. Compared to the sponges, they show bodily, they show some differentiation. And one more thing you should remember, sponges, they don't respond to any kind of stimulus. You touch them, you do anything, they don't respond at all. Okay, so that means they lack one cell, right? They are lacking a cell which can recognize a change. So they are not developed. But when we look at the Coelenterata, no, they respond to changes, right? They can find out, okay, they can find out danger, they can move away from the danger. So that they, right, maybe they have developed a cell. Which cell? Of course, it should be nerve cells or neuron, right? Maybe a very primitive nerve cells, not the nerve cells which we have. Okay, so it must be a primitive neuron, and that's how they could respond. They can respond to various changes. Okay, and here I told you, in sponge they have a cavity. That cavity is completely different compared to the cavity what we see in the phylum Coelenterata. The body of the Coelenterata encloses gastrovascular cavity. You can make out, right? Gastrovascular cavity means what? Something related with the digestive system or circulatory system. Maybe they are in the maybe they have helped in the formation of our gastrovascular cavity, the digestive system or this system, right? So maybe they help. So the body encloses a cavity called gastrovascular cavity, or it's called coelentron. Okay, that's why the name Coelenterata. Okay, now they organism that they may you may find them living in colonies in a group, or they may be solitary. Solitary means what? Living alone, independently. Okay, so an example for animals which are living in colony, corals. You have heard about corals, right? The great Australian what is that? Coral reef, right? Okay, corals, right? And there's one more family is there, Obelia colony. They all live in colony. Solitary, you know very well, jellyfish. You have seen at least, right? In TV and you have seen jellyfish. Okay, then Hydra. Jellyfish, Hydra, Physalia, okay, sea fan, all this will come under the phylum Coelenterata, sea anemone, right? If I have seen that movie Finding Nemo, the fish, clownfish lives along with the sea anemone, which looks like resembles a flower, right? Okay, and those things will be moving on top of it, right? Some like petals thing will be moving. That is actually called tentacles. That is called tentacles, and these animals will have tentacles, and the tentacles have a specialized cells called cnidoblast. The tentacles bears specialized cells called cnidoblast, and these cnidoblasts will be, they are nothing but a stinging cell. It has a stinging cell. It stings, okay, and those sting will have poisonous substance. Sometimes it may be very fatal, very deadly poison. That's why it is called need area. Why it is called need area? Because these organisms will bear tentacles, and these tentacles have the special kind of cells called cnidoblast, and the cnidoblast is nothing but the stinging cells. Okay, the sting, like whenever they want to catch a prey, or they want in self-defense also, they will release that stinging cell. The stinging cell will sting the organism, and the sting will contain poisonous substance which will kill the organism immediately. So let me just show you Hydra with the tentacles. Okay, so this is Hydra. In your textbook it is there, you can just go through it. So the Hydra will have like this structures. These structures are very muscular structure, and it is very flexible, and it will also help the organism to move from one place to another. Okay, not only for movement, it also will help the organism to catch the prey, to capture the prey. Okay, so like this. So these structures are called tentacles. These are called tentacles, and the tentacles will have or will bear that throughout the tentacle it bears a cell. All the tentacles, okay, throughout it will have cells. These cells are called nidoblast. Okay, these are nidoblast, or it is also called stinging cell. It is also called nematocyst and all. Okay, so it will have like this. If this is the nidoblast, it will have this a whip-like structure inside. It will have a whip-like structure. When it senses danger or when it senses the prey is there, food is there, immediately this will release. It will come outside and it will sting that. It will sting the organism, and it is highly toxic. I told you, it is highly toxic, and it will paralyze the prey, and it will kill us also, right? In case of jellyfish, you have heard about jellyfish, right? It will have that transparent blob-like thing, very transparent blob-like thing, right? And these will be its tentacles. If at all you have watched that movie, that is Finding Nemo, you would have seen all this thing. So they'll have this tentacles, in the tentacles you find the nidoblast, which consists of the stinging cell or the nematocyst, and they will, if at all we come and if it really stings us, the person will die. Okay, so that's a little bit poison, that is, it is toxic. Okay, so that's about the Coelenterata. And next, what we see here in the Hydra or the Coelenterata is that the body shows, right? The body shows, or the body wall shows 2 layers of cells. Shows 2 layers of cells. That's what I said. Compared to sponges, Coelenterata are little bit advanced. So the body wall shows 2 layers of cell, one forming the outer layer, the other one forming the inner layer. The outer layer is called ectoderm. Outer layer is called ectoderm. Inner layer is called endoderm. Inner layer is the endoderm. This only helped us to form the outer skin inside those layers, right? So maybe, that's how it has formed. Okay, so outer layer is ectoderm, inner layer is called endoderm. So the differentiation we see in case of Coelenterata, the body wall is made up of 2 layers. Outer layer is called outer ectoderm, inner layer is called inner endoderm. Endo is inside, ecto is outside. So ectoderm and endoderm. So here what we see is tissue grade organization. So here we see tissue grade organization. Okay. So this is tissue grade organization. They are diploblastic organism. And when we look at this body symmetry, when you look at the body symmetry, you can cut the organism through any plane, right? So when we talk about the body symmetry, see, if at all we talk about our body symmetry, so if this is our body, so if we cut our body like this, do you get two equal half? No. If at all we cut our body like this, do we get 2 equal half? No. Only if we cut our body like this, we get 2 equal half. This kind of symmetry is called bilateral symmetry. That is, human beings, higher animals. If this is the human being, if at all you want to get 2 equal half, two equal half. You have to cut the organism only through this plane. Only through this plane we get two equal halves. But in case of Coelenterata, you cut the organism through any plane. You cut like this, you get two equal half. You cut them like this, you get two equal half. You cut them like this, you get two equal half. Or like this. So this kind of symmetry is called radial symmetry. Radial symmetry. So now, what will you tell about the characteristics of Coelenterata? Coelenterata are the tissue grade organization. They show tissue, formation of tissue, and they are the diploblastic animals. Okay, and they exhibit radial symmetry. They exhibit radial symmetry. So that's about Coelenterata. I hope you understood so much. Next, now let us see the phylum Platyhelminthes.